What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, QGTV33. That's Queen Goddess TV. I am Danielle, and this is part 2 of the T.S. Maddison versus Khia drama. So, what I was saying was, how can you steal something from someone when they're involved every step of the way and giving their insights and their opinions? And I'm pretty sure, you mean, I won't say that. But you're giving your opinions. You're not a silent partner. You're a part of the process, the decision-making process. And let T.S. Maddison tell us it, the Queen's Court came up right then. They were going to call it the docket. That was the first name that they were playing around with. And then Khia was like, well, how about the Queen's Court? And so thus the Queen's Court was born. So that part is a little iffy. But again, because T.S. Maddison said Khia came up with the name the Queen's Court. And T.S. Maddison said that Khia on her own, before they collaborated, called her show, changed the name of her show to The Queen Court, because Khia had been doing her own show on the couch for years, and it was called something else, something about Thursdays. I can't remember the name. So, you know, either way, T.S. Maddison isn't using the name The Queen's Court, the show that she has now by herself. And here recently she's had Tiffany Pollard from I Love New York, and you know, that's what they called her, New York, on what was that show, Flavor of Love, I think that was what it was called. She's been on the show, and I love her on the show. I think that her and T.S. Madison's dynamic is perfection. It's made for TV, because the difference between Tiffany Pollard's controversial personality and Khia's controversial personality, Khia is coming from a dark place of nastiness and bitterness, and it's hateful. It's entertaining. It's funny. She's a funny person, but it doesn't come from a lighthearted place. Tiffany Pollard is a lighthearted thing. It's just a bunch of girls kikiing, gossiping, spilling tea, having fun. You know, there is no uncomfortableness in it. There is no, you know, what is she gonna say next? What lawsuit is gonna be thrown at her? Because Khia got a lawsuit mouth. That's what she has. Ain't no debate about that. She has a mouth made for lawsuits of defamation and slander. And if she ain't been hit with one yet, it's only a matter of time. But that's the difference. That's the major difference. I liked Khia and T.S. Madison's dynamic, because I mean, I have no problems with anyone who is unapologetically outspoken, and Khia is definitely that, and you gotta love that. If you aren't someone that minces your words, that you admire that quality in other people. But again, the dynamic is different, and I do like Tiffany Pollard being on the show. I think it's perfect. So what I was saying at the very end of part 1 is Khia was there every step of the way from the process, so it's not like anything was a shock. And also, T.S. Maddison said she called her lawyer about you know, trademarking everything, because in the video that I saw, because I said in the first video, in part 1, that I'm late to the game. I'm late to the game as far as providing my commentary. because I wasn't satisfied with all the facts, but I've been keeping up with it since shit went down in February. So the video I'm about to speak on is T.S. Madison's response, and it was, I guess it was in February. I don't think it was any later than that. It was right after Khia showed her ass, and she was saying that someone else, T.S. Madison was saying that someone was hinting at stealing the name, the Queen's Court. And so that's why she wanted to secure the trademark before somebody pulled a stunt. So T.S. Madison said she talked to her lawyer and got all that squared away, and then talked to Khia and told her that she had talked to a lawyer about, you know, getting everything done, and how does she feel about it. Khia said, take care of it, sis, and I will have my portion of the money to trademark our name. Now I said our. Khia saying my name. So you should have been the first person to want to trademark it before somebody else tried to take it, especially if somebody's already saying they're going to take it. So you didn't do that, though. You didn't make the first move, but you did give T.S. Madison the go-ahead to make the first move. To make the, not even the first move, but T.S. Madison already made a move looking out for the both of them, since y'all are trying to take this to another level. So she's looking out for both of them. It's not like T.S. Madison was just looking out for herself, and it's not like she was being underhanded, because she asked you, are you okay with this? And you told her yes, and I'm gonna have my half of the money. T.S. Madison hasn't seen hide nor hair of your half of the money. So how somebody's stealing from you? You gave it up. If you leave your car door open and the key in the ignition, did your car really get stolen? I mean, really. You purposely left the door open. You purposely left the key in the ignition in the worst part of town. You didn't get your car stolen. Don't even call the police. You gave the car away. You didn't want the car anymore, because if you wanted the car, you would have took the keys out of the ignition. You want to lock the door. Khia didn't do that. She said, I'm not putting any money in. And I understood her point as far as her saying, okay, if the goal is to make it to TV, it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's just... And people are already looking at us with the format as it is. So let's just keep everything how it is. And when money needs to be put up, let the investors do that. Now, I understand that completely. But I also understand T.S. Madison's point of view, too. Somebody trying to talk about they coming for your stuff, then we don't have time to wait for VH1 or whoever you're waiting on. We don't have time for that. Let's take care of business right now. So... you know, you can't, and you can't say to someone, yeah, go ahead and do it, and I'm going to have your half of the money. And then you say, no, I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not putting a dime into this. How's yours? And how did it get stolen? And that comment I was talking about that prompted me to do the video. This is another thing that pissed me off about that comment. Dang, and just slipped my mind. Hold on, I'm gonna pause until I get it right. Okay, I remember now. The comment, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember it verbatim, but to paraphrase, the comment was saying that T.S. Madison's story isn't adding up. She's talking out of both sides of her mouth because, you know, on the one hand, she's saying, you know, she's trademarked it, it's hers, and then on the other hand, she's saying, oh no, what she said, not trademarked as hers. What she said, on one hand, she said that she will never work with Khia again. And this is the interview with Jason Lee that I'm talking about, that T.S. Maddison said this. That she will never work with Khia again. And the commenter said, okay, she said that, and then in the next breath, she said if Khia called her tomorrow, she can be, you know, on the show. That's not what T.S. Maddison said at all. T.S. Maddison said, I will never work with her again. Boom. Concerning the trademark, she said, if she calls me tomorrow and has her money, her name will be put on the trademark, because T.S. Maddison says she never had a problem with her name being on the trademark. Just have your part of the money. That's with anything. Okay, we going on this cruise. Okay, well, you go ahead and get the ticket and I'm going to give you the money. Where your half of this cruise? You don't give me your half of the cruise, guess what? You not going. It's not your trip anymore. So, I don't understand what the breakdown in the system is for people watching this. I got it. I'm satisfied now. Okay? T.S. Maddison handled everything the way it ought to have been handled. And quite frankly, I don't know why she got in the business bed with her in the first place. Now, this is what gets me. This is the one issue I do have with T.S. Maddison in this entire situation. If you knew she was a snake, because you've watched her fuck over everybody she's worked with, why would you pick up the snake when you knew you were going to get bit? She said she knew she was going to get screwed over. She just didn't know when. I don't have people like that in my life that isn't my mother. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta hold a high position in my life. And it don't get no higher than mama. You know, where you can do some fuck shit and I'ma still deal with you. Or I know you on some fuck shit and I'ma have a relationship with you anyway. Because I mean, some relationships, for me, if it's not horrible, we got, you know, you my mom. Parents be on some bullshit. You're gonna have to be on some super duper bullshit to get cut off completely. But I am not above cutting off a parent or a sibling or a child. You can't be with the fuck shit for too long or too deep and think we gonna stay on one accord. Not even on one accord. You gonna know we ain't on one accord, but stay in my life. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not gonna put up with certain things. So that's the only issue I have with T.S. Maddison out of this whole situation. Why are you on the snake charming bullshit? You knew you were gonna get bit. Why did you pick up the snake? So I don't get that. That doesn't sit right with me. But hey, it's over now, isn't it? So, I'm not going to make a part 3, so I can't think of anything else that I want to say on that situation except, you know, I'm satisfied that I have all the facts. I'm glad that T.S. Maddison did that interview, and she did that interview last month around this time, as a matter of fact, mid-March. But I've never seen, you know, Hollywood Unlocked. Never even heard of the show. I've heard of Jason Lee from Love and Hip Hop, but, you know, looks like they got some good interviews. I did subscribe, so I'll be checking out some more of their videos. But that's all. I've got to go. Talk to you soon. Bye.